We see a very skinny green hair boy open his eyes as his emerald green eye looked toward the ceiling, the white ceiling, as he was hearing some beep noises. As he looked at his left, moving his head as he saw his heart rate monitor, as it was beeping, but as his eyes fell onto one of the single individual that was in the room, the nurse. As the nurse looked toward Izuka, as her eyes were wide, as as she rushed toward him and said, "Oh my, seems you're awake." As she literally went out, as she got out of the room, as she called for the doctor. As our boy Izuku looked everything at confusion, as he was thinking, "What the fuck? It is not Helfheim? Where the hell am I?" As Izuku was thinking in his mind, as Ilase tried to move, as he felt weakness all around his body, as he was thinking, Why do I feel so weak? I remember fighting with fuck, why cannot remember that bastard's name? I was fighting the Demon King if I remember correctly. No, me and the other heroes defeated the Demon King, and that moment, let's say something hit me from behind, and he cannot remember, as he was trying hard to remember, as his head was hurting. Then the memories hit him. Oh yes, it was it was the fourth hero that apparently killed him. Izuku was the fifth hero, as he was known as the hero of black, or you can say the Black Knight. As our boy remembered, as his eyes blazed with anger for a while, but as he just sighed, and as he was trying to sit where he was. Now, as our boy looked toward his hand, a ring that is very the ring is very familiar to him, as the ring looked pretty familiar, as like he knew as he had this ring before. As he looked at the ring in his hand, as he was thinking for a while, as he heard the busting noise, as the doctor came in and said, "Oh, hello, Mr. Meteor. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling right now?" As Izuku clenched his fist, as he did not wanted anyone to see the ring. So, as Izuku stated, I'm feeling pretty fine actually. I feel like my body seems pretty weak right now. Other than that, nothing. Mr. Meteor, I don't know what to say, but your condition is pretty much mind-boggling. I mean, they were there. If we do you remember what happened before you went in coma? As our boy tried to remember something, but his brain wasn't even getting him answer, as he said, no, I don't really remember anything. As the doctor sighed and said, "Do you remember anything about your home? What's your name?" "Oh, I do remember that, and I am thinking about my mother. I mean, my mother, Incommodore. Do you know where she is? We have called her, and she's coming right away." Izuku nodded. As the doctor explained, I guess we should explain to you what happened. You see, what we gained from the report and the detective was, as he said, that it was the case of bullying, and apparently, as you were in the rooftop of your school, you were sitting there. Someone less than knocked you out and threw you out of the building. As Izuku looked and said, "Huh?" As Izuku did not remember what happened, as Izuku's memory was something else. He remembered, let's say, as he jumped off the building, as Bakugo said to him, "If you die in the next life, maybe you'll acquire a quirk." He only remembers that. Other than that, nah, he doesn't remember shit. As Izuku just clenched his head as sharp pain assaulted him. As Izuku said, "Oh yeah, I remember." As Izuku thought, so the quirk, the system, the hero system, and even the justice system is pretty rigged, huh? You have a flashy quirk, justice will fucking protect you itself, as Izuku thought to himself. As Izuku's eyes widen, as he remembered he was on that world for more than 17 years in his life. Yes, he doesn't look more than 14 right now. As Izuku clearly remember every memories, no, every incident that happened in that world. As he like to call it, Miriam. The world was pretty fair, considering that the world had power itself. The world people, let's say, most of the people have big superiority complex, and because he was summoned in that world as a hero, people, let's say, did not show him their own. Let's say Izuku also had a bit of his own superiority complex, because you know how heroes are treated mostly. And now Izuku was also a bit of, let's say, loner, considering that his title as a hero, the Black Knight, or the hero of black, as people call him, because the uses of dark magic and other variants, because the dark hero was powerful. As Izuku was thinking, I wish I had those powers with me in this life, he thought. As right now, so as the door burst open and as it was Inko came in. As Inko hugged Izuku, as let's say Izuku, after seeing Inko's face for more than 17 years, his eyes also, let's say, filled with tear as he looked at his mother and gave a small sign, as let's say both of the Midoriyas hugged together. Izuku, for the first time in his life, let's say, felt comfort after many years of fighting the Demon King, fighting the Demon Continent at his fullest, and instructing an army to what to do, joining wars, having new kind of bonds, friendship, even love, I guess, as he said to himself. As we see Izuku, as the doctor and the nurses left the family, mother and a son took a son in their room as they went out. After talk for a few while, as Inko stated that, Izuku, do you still wanna be a hero? As Izuku looked toward his mother, and as he was thinking, how many months do I have, mother? As Inko stated, you actually had 10 months before, but now 5 months has passed. You only have 5 months now. As Izuku said, 5 months, huh? As Izuku just clicked his tongue and said, I guess I will think what I will do. Izuku, I'm still a bit scared. If you could consider not being a hero. As Izuku looked at his mother and said, Mom, I can do that. It doesn't really click with me. As Inko said, if you really want to help people, be a police officer, be a fireman. Please, Izuku, just don't be a hero. You've already given me so much tension and despair already. I think my heart cannot handle it anymore. As Izuku said, Mother, I think you gotta make yourself a bit stronger, Mom. Being a policeman doesn't really even go with me and my morals, And the second part, policemen are pretty much cronies of heroes, and I don't want to be one of those ass lickers, as he stated. His mother also looked angrily at Izuku as she said, Yes, son. Those ass lickers, they turned your whole bullying attempt to murder incident into some accidental suicide attempt. As Izuku looked at his mother, as he also was pretty angry. As Izuku said, So what happened to Bakugo? As Inko just clicked her tongue and stated, I really hate that kid, When he was little, he was pretty bad. As when he was little, he was better. But now, I don't even know what to say to Mitsuki's kid now. Mitsuki apparently did raise a demon, and I cannot deny that, Inko stated. The terrorist, let's say, he ain't gonna be hero for a pretty long time, Inko said to herself. She's gonna make sure of it, because apparently now Izuku is now, conscious. She might be able to, she has a friends in few political stages, so you can say she can make Baku's life a living hell, as our boy stated. Mom, I guess we gonna do that. Really, Izuku, you really wanna do that? As Izuku nodded, yes, mother. I don't want that kind of terrorist to become a hero and, have a deadbeat family or whatever. Our boy said to him. Our boy said to her. Now we see Inko stated. I guess time to call some of my old friends. I wonder if he's still married or not. I haven't called him for a while. As Inko stated, Izuku, are you hungry? As Izuku just looked at her as he said, yes, mother, I think I am hungry. What do you want? I'm gonna bring you something in right just about now, as she said to Izuku. As Izuku said, maybe your katsudon, as Inko stated. You know, for now, when we reach home, we are gonna go. We are gonna have the katsudon. For now, have this. As Inko passed Izuku some soup and said, "You need nutrition in your body right now. You look pretty skinny." As Izuku nodded at her, yes, mother. It seems I do need a bit of training as well. Izuku knows various fighting style in his head, so Izuku nodded himself. As we see, Inko was, let's say, called by the doctor because doctor wanted to discuss few matters with Inko. As we see, doctor states. As we see, the doctor said, Miss Midori, as you previously stated that your son was quirkless, right? As she nodded, yes. Apparently, we don't know what is his, but even if he should awake from his coma, apparently it shouldn't have really happened because his neck is healed like it was brand new, and let's say his bones and the body, let's say bones and the bones in his hands, they were fixed like there were no damage at all. I don't know, he might have awake some kind of healing quirk, as she stated. I don't know about that, doctor, but he has the pinky finger. As you know, the quirkless people have those kind of feature. As the doctor nodded and said, who knows, he might be awake some kind of a minor healing quirk. I guess, doctor, we'll see when we see the result. Yeah, we go back to Orizuku right now. As we see Orizuku looking toward as he looked toward the ring. Our boy remembered the ring finally. It was his storage ring, or the ring that was connected to his soul. I guess the ring apparently did come back with him to the original world. As our boy pushed the ring in his middle finger, in right hand's middle finger, as he was assisting what he could have there. Now, to his surprise, he found something there. This was apparently the 10 rings. 10 rings of this person apparently our boy met in a few years back. His name was Mandarin. The bastard was pretty much, let's say, 1000 years old, and this ring, or I guess bracelet, 10 bracelets that he has, it gave him control over mana at a very atomic level. The ring has the power, he can control every individual rings, as he can let's say use the ring to, let's say, make himself nearly immortal. As our boy looked toward the bracelet, as he stated, I guess for now these are gonna be my weapon, hey? As our boy heard a noise as he hurriedly put those 10 rings inside the storage ring. As we see, Inko stated, you see where you're gonna start. We can go home in next 2 days. As Izuku nodded. Time skip. 2 days later, we see Izuku Izuku right now in his home as he was apparently eating katsudon as his mother made right now. As he was eating, his mother looked toward Izuku as, let's say, she was genuinely happy because her baby was alive, well, and eating with her right now. She felt very relieved. Now we see Izuku as Izuku got up. He said, Mom, I'm gonna be out for a while and maybe a bit to move around the place. As Inko nodded, be careful, Izuku. Izuku nodded as he went out. As he went to the Double Bar beach. As Izuku looked at the beach and stated, I guess this could be my training ground for now, and seeing like there is no one else here. I might be able to use mana to enhance my body and other thing. Since I have the 10 rings of Mandarin, I might be able to do a few other things as well. I guess I could band it as my quirk for now, he stated to himself. We see 5 hours later, Izuku got a call from his mother as Izuku explained that he's in some other place. He's gonna make it might take his it might be a bit late. It might be a bit late. So Izuku said to Inko that wait for him for a while. As we see, Izuku has already cleared half of the beach. Izuku's body did not have a visible reaction because apparently Izuku was enhancing his body with mana. As we see, the rings were glowing they were all around his forearm, giving him minor super strength. As our boy just felt, let's say, he's saying, damn, I feel energized, like I did not even do any kind of exercise at all. This is awesome. As our boy looked at his body condition as he was feeling, damn, even doing training, even not doing some training in day, my body is already going into shape. As Izuku did not know that it was one of the features of the ring, apparently it did make changes around Izuku's body, making his body healthy by every second. So, as our boy looked toward the beach, as the beach was pretty, let's say, half of the beach was clean, but other half was still there. Our boy just cleared up the, let's say, light garbage. The garbage that they were light pretty much. And now we see Izuku right now stretching his body as he returned home, as he explained to his mother that, Mom, I think I might have awakened my quirk, he stated. As Inko was surprised, said, show me your quirk, Izuku. As let's say Izuku did not show the ring, as he put illusion around the ring, so his mother cannot see the ring or anyone else at all. As we see Izuku with the help of the ring, he lifted the chair, as Inko stated. Inko looked pretty much teary-eyed as she hugged Izuku once again, as the middle family, let's say, shared a very joyous moment with each other. Next day, Izuku's quirk was registered. Tactile, let's say, telekinesis, pretty much the same thing as Inko's, but a lot more powerful. Our boy still had illusion on the ring, so nobody would suspect a thing. Our boy used the ring as a chain to create very various of attack. Our boy had an idea because if he went to UA and he cannot use the other aspect of the ring just yet. He can use the few other different aspects, let's say the aspect of using the super strength, or you can say using few of the rings to blast a few people, or using it like a whipping them. As our boy nodded, as we see our boy's body was going around the changes, as he did not wanted the changes to be so drastic, so his mother would question about it. Now, a month before the UA entrance exam happened, as we see, Izuku has, you can say, mastered the ring completely. Now he doesn't really have to do many things. He can use one of the rings to, you can say, destroy a human body. Yes, you heard it right. Our boys, you can say, for force of one ring that he would throw at his enemies would be so strong that it will throw them up the few feet away. As our boy already has ready for a new design that he always wanted. Not a knightly design, no, our boy does not want it to be a knight once again. He have decided for different things. And he also acquire another feature of the rings. He can create some kind of chi, or you can say mana barrier around his body, so thin that nobody would able to see it. As our boy also got a few other features like flight. Yes, our boy can fly now using the help of the ring. It's not fly, you can say it's pretty much leap. But I guess it's the same. As we see, Izuku apparently started to make his own hero costume. Now he doesn't want to give the materials to US staff, and he already did this. He already was using the materials what to do to make his own hero costume. It is not finished yet, but it is pretty magnificent if you ask him. Now, a week before the entrance exam, our boy already mastered a few of the martial arts styles, and you can say he's very proficient in butt kicking anyone. As we see, Izuku's body right now is literally like this. As Izuku looked at his body, as he stated, "Damn, I feel like I'm awesome." He stated to himself. His muscles were busting where you can say his muscles and everything. Everything was filled with mana as he felt his own body augmented. As we see, as Izuku put both of his fists together, as he transferred all the ring into his right hand, as he used the force as he used the armament part or strength in his right arm to bang him, literally shook the whole beach. As our boy stated, "I guess my training is complete." And as he was waiting, Bakugo Katsuki, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you, but I'm pretty sure when we meet, it ain't gonna be pretty well, he said to himself. As our boy reaches his room, as in the room we see an you can say a suit that he created. Our boy called it the indestructible suit. The suit is pretty much indestructible, and also he used a bit of his spells to make the suit to fly. He didn't want to use the ring feature. I mean, he does get tired using the ring because it's, the power that he has, it is not it's not infinite. So he wanted something to use. There's something that would less consume power, as the suit has his own flying mode. Using mana and few other aspect, he is able to make the suit levitate in the ground, fly at a speed of sound. As he decided to, you can say, since the rings are his important things, he decided to make the rings as his support item to use his quirk pretty well. People have the support item to use their quirk pretty well. So yeah, Izuku registered his ring as one of those items that will help him use his quirk at his full potential. So yeah, after registering everything, we see the day of the entrance exam as Izuku was in the front gate of UA. As he looked at the building, as he stated, "I guess this is where my journey starts. Being a hero once again," he stated. First, Izuku became the world hero that defeated the Demon King, but also was betrayed by the fourth hero. And now, another journey of being a hero I guess now he has a chance to acquire powers, since that he has the new powers in him. Since that he has the power that is even greater than the quirks. He decided this he's gonna write his own legends. Like in the other world where what he was kind, caring, he ain't gonna be kind in this timeline. Nah, he ain't gonna be kind. Our boys, let's say the kindness that he have for people before, it has all went away after the betrayal of the fourth hero. Our boy ain't kind anymore. Let's say he ain't gonna even, he wasn't even gonna take shit from Bakugo anymore. Let's say Bakugo, if Bakugo fucks with him, he's gonna, let's say, fuck up Bakugo's face very badly. That's the part he stated to himself. Since he doesn't have the source of what to do, Arbo also have his own hero sword or his armors as well. He also has his own golden armor that apparently is very powerful, but he never wear it because, let's say, he never had the attribute for, or simple term, the armor look pretty flashy. That's it. Arbo also has his own divine sword, apparently, as it was one of the national treasure of the country. Arbo always put that sword in his soul ring because he felt that if he left the sword out, there might someone would try to steal it, because this, even though this is a national sword or a national treasure, only could be used by a hero, but who knows, there might be some of the other hero descendant out there. They might be able to use it. Yes, there were other heroes, and there are descendant of the other heroes as well. Arbor did not want his divine sword to be, stolen by one of those heroes' descendant, like the fourth hero did before. Yes, fourth hero's divine treasure or the divine weapon that he was given first when he came into this world was stolen by the fourth hero's, you can say, the previous fourth hero's descendant. Let's say people could not find the fourth hero descendant, as they said that he might have gone into some other places or he might have died at some point. There were many rumors, but let's say our boy did not want to be like the fourth hero. So he would always return his sword to his soul ring. As this was the sword, as he summoned the sword in his hand. As the sword was named the Sword of Chaos. And this was also one of the reasons that the heroes, let's say, they were jealous of Izuku, because Izuku has one of the strongest sword or the strongest national weapon, the national treasure of the country. The sword that literally keeps the country, the sword that represents the country of Avalon. As our boy looked toward the sword, as the sword was releasing many powerful holy energy as it swooped over the world. As let's say animals, birds, even the nature, they were storm everywhere because of the chaotic sword aura was all around the world. As Izuku stated, I guess still this sword is very powerful even now. The sword can cause tsunamis just by appearing in my hand. As Izuku put the sword back into his soul storage. As we see, flashback end. As we see, Izuku was doing in the writing test. It was pretty easy. He had to struggle for a few while because apparently his full 18 years he was in that world, fighting the Demon King. He never had the time to study and everything, so he had to learn from the scratch. And Izuku was pretty smart, and he was able to get push through the test. Our boy does not know, but he sure pretty knows that he might be able to be one of the top 5. As for the combat portion of the test now, as we see, our boy was transferred to ground beta. Not the same ground as Bakugo, but our boy just sighed and said, I guess the bastard is gonna be smug about it, eh? As our boy, we see, still hide the turn rings using the illusion. Now we see Izuku, as they were all outside of the Alpha City, City Alpha. As people were apparently getting ready to, getting ready, they were stretching their body. Now we see Zuko as he was doing his own thing, as he noticed that a girl was pretty much shaking as she was trying to get herself together. As a boy was thinking, should he help the girl? Should he help the girl a bit? The girl looked pretty shaken up as he was thinking that matter. Then he stated, "Nah, if I literally approach her right now, her focus might be out of it." So our boy decided it's best for me that I should not distract her. Let her cope up with her own problem, he stated. As President Mike suddenly appeared, as he gave a little speech about we give a speech about what and everything there is to be, and what are the different things. Then he said, "Now everything is finished. Go, 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 go." As the students were confused, as the gate opened, as we see Zuko, his whole as his you can say in his leg, as we see the veins around his leg, golden veins appear. As he started to, move at a speed of sound, creating crater where he was standing. As President Mike said, "Go!" The one student artist went out. As we see Izuku destroying robot left and right, not even damn waiting for other things. As we see Izuku destroying 1-pointer, 2-pointer, 3-pointer, mostly 3-pointer with the help of his rings, as the rings were still hidden and invisible to the naked eye or even to the camera as well. Using using the ring as you hold one of the ring, as the other 5 would stretch out and destroy the ring like swords. As we see our boy jumped, or you can say using the ring as he jumped toward the building. As right now he has 47 points. In less than a minute, he has already 47 points. As he was thinking, I wonder how much progress I would have after more than 1 minute. As our boy started to go crazy, destroying robot left and right. He is right now at 90 points. As we see in the observation room, as Midnight stated, that examinee is fucking killing it, as she stated. As few of the teachers nodded their head. Simonto said, "Yep, that kid has pretty destructive power." As Bloodlord stated, "Yeah, that kid seems. Oh yes, I have the file." As he stated, that kid quirk is telekinesis, and damn, apparently it active when he went into coma a few weeks ago. A few months ago, apparently was in a coma. He woke up 5 months later, as Midnight stated. So a force quirk awakening, I think that is. As Nezu stated, well, you see, I did a bit of investigation, and I apparently got something that that might be concerning your class, Aizawa. As Nezu explained about the Bakugo and Izuku's distance. As Nezu explained the distance between, or the bad blood between Izuku and Bakugo. As Aizawa stated, the school, apparently we already have him as an examinee. If we crush his dream about being a hero right now, I think we might even create a very strong villain. Seeing that there is his explosions, I fear if we do not accept this kid right now, we might create another villain. Yes, but seeing that this Midoriya kid here also has a bit of history with Bakugo, I would be wise that if they are not in the same class. Yes, I also think that as well. As Aizawa said, Vlad, how about we do this? You take the explosion kid in your class, and I take Midoriya in here. As Vlad said, It might be a bit too difficult, but I guess I can make a hero out of him. Let's see, he stated. Okay. After thinking for a while, as he said, okay, then it's decided. Bakugo is gonna be in class 1B. Katsuki Bakugo is gonna be in class 1B and Izuku Midoriya class 1A. And Midnight Eye just looked pretty mischievous as she stated, you know, Nezu, I don't know what to say, but this year's examinee and this year's class 1A is a bit different. What do you mean by a bit different, Midnight? As Nezu also looked at her with a mischief glint in his eyes. As May Midnight stated, you know, class 1A is consent of most of the mostly girls, and Izuku is the one and only boy, you know. As Nezu just said, you know, I think class 1A, these girls have the potential to be strong. And for the boys, I apparently wanted class 1A and 1B to be class 1A. I wanted the class 1A to be full of girls, but seeing that this year we have a pair of very hateful students, I decided to patch up them a bit. Katsuki Bakugo into the, you know, with the other boys, and for Izuku Midoriya seeing his gentle kind and being a bullet as well. He should be with the girls, and the girls might even help him break out of the shell. As we did a bit in investigation, it seems young Midoriya is a bit of, shuttering mess and he has anxiety, so it might help him a bit to open up to girls, you know. As Midnight said, it's still interesting that how girls are stronger than the boys from class 1B. Yeah, it also interests me a bit, as Aizawa said, you know, that's what I'm worried about a bit right now. As we see, Aizawa just sighed, and I guess this year is also full of fucking pain. As Nezu said, and Aizawa, remember, I don't want you to expel this class as well. This time, last year I did not say anything to you is because those students did not have potential, but right now this batch of 1A apparently has potential, so I hope that you won't expel them. As Aizawa said, don't worry, I will not. I might even shake them a bit, but I will not expel them. Good. As we see, we go back to Izuku, as Izuku was sitting on one of the building's rooftop as he was looking downward. As he was looking downward in the battlefield, as most of the robots were destroyed, and there were only scrap of 1-pointer and 2-pointer left. Few 2-pointers and most of the 1-pointers are left. Our boy points are nearly 200 right now. He is the highest out there. As we see, our boy looked downward as he heard a little bit of as he felt a earthquake suddenly happen, as his gaze turned toward his left as he saw a giant 0-pointer that President might explain before coming here, as our boy just, let's say, blasted himself toward where the 0-pointer was at. As we see, Izuku looked downward as he found that the 0-pointer was about to crush a little girl right there. As our boy did as what he could with the help of the power, with the help of, as he can say, destroy the sound barrier, as he appeared beside the girl and, let's say, took the girl in his arm. As we see, he dashed away from that place. Our boy wanted to smash the 0-pointers in the head right now, but our boy just held back because he doesn't want to show all his power just right now yet. As we see, All Might just looked toward the kid, and as he stated, I guess the kid apparently does have a hero's heart, as he had a little smirk on his face. As the exam was finished, our boy put the Ochako down as he did not even look at the direction. As he went away, as he was muttering to himself, damn, I feel bad. I should have apparently busted the damn 0-pointer head out, he thought. As we see, Izuku went to the locker room as Ochako wanted to go toward him, as wanted to thank him, but Izuku said did not even give a damn about what she wanted to say. As Izuku said, yeah, yeah, bye, now bye. As Ochako felt a bit angry as she stated, I wanted to fucking thank him, but he just ignored me. As she just let's say went away. Now we see Izuku in his house, as he stated,